5 things old souls are never scared to do that most people won't understand. Old souls are people who are wise beyond their physical age. They seem to be much more aware of everything around them. This is because when we say old soul, we don't mean an old man in the body of a young boy. An old soul is one who has been around enough number of times to know what the world is truly like. They have reincarnated much more than normal people, therefore, they are much more in control than the rest. They have a better grasp of what is important and what is not, and therefore don't waste too much time in pretensions and such. They are honest and upfront, and that makes them abhor losing their individuality in exchange for being more conventional. They know what they want and don't give two hoots about what everyone thinks of them. So here is a list of 5 things which an old soul would do without thinking twice, while the rest of us struggle with the pros and cons list in our head. 1. They are quick to reject whatever is considered trendy. They don't care about the popular opinion. They know there are so many other important things in life to worry about than what is trending, and they don't waste much time on all that. You would never find an old soul walking around in boots which are torture to their feet but are in vogue. Never. They genuinely don't care about trends or what people who follow these trends think of them. They'd never do something that they don't like just to be part of the herd. 2. They don't hesitate in letting go. They don't attach too much significance to trivial things and even people. They understand that the past is meant to remain in the past and are able to truly let things go when they feel that it has become necessary. They are able to distance themselves emotionally from things that might harm them. They are intelligent enough to know that sometimes holding on too tightly to the past can just make everything a lot more worse. 3. In the same vein, they are also able to move on. I think that half the struggle of adult life is to move on from things and people. Old souls are lucky enough, or rather wise enough, to not let this hold them down. They know that it is better to face the unknown future than to wallow in the past. They don't face much problem in embracing the unknown and the uncertain. 4. They don't have qualms about cutting off those who are toxic. We let people stay even when we know that they are causing us damage. But the old souls know that saying goodbye is a much better option than suffering the toxicity for the rest of their lives. When they realize that someone is harmful for them or their peace of mind, they'd rather let go of them than wait for the situation to become insufferable. 5. They don't believe in pretensions. Old souls are nothing if not authentic. They'd be very straightforward about who or how they are, and they stick to it. They don't ever change themselves in a bid to please others. They will never compromise their values trying to fit in someone else's idea of what is appropriate or favorable. Maybe people mistakenly think that they too are an old soul. But it is not as easy as that. It is a very complex term that needs to be treated with respect. But for those who truly are old souls, shine on and never let this world bring you down.
Alright, we back. Trying to show y'all how they trying their best to dumb us down. You understand? There's no such thing as an old soul. I mean, that's if you that's if you haven't received you received the truth of the Most High. You must realize, I mean, it's a story that's everlasting, because once you're enlightened by the Most High Spirit, guess what? You're brand new. Brand new. Everything about you is new. Your past doesn't really exist anymore. You know? I mean, of course, you gotta use common sense and all that stuff that comes with it. I don't leave you. You still gotta, live this life and stuff, But this is a temporary thing, you know what I'm saying? This is temporary. Your spirit is going to, because you have came in contact with the Most High Spirit. Now you can just go on forever. Time is nothing to you. See, that's what they're trying to see. All this education I was talking about before. It was there to dumb you down. That's it. Dumb you down. Get you away from the Most High Spirit. That's why they use words like God and you know. That's really the main thing right there. Everything comes from that to be considered to become to be dumbed down. That's what God came to do. God came to dumb you down. The most high spirit came. The most high spirit, the most high God or whatever you want to call it. That came to make you brand new. You know, so you have to understand the difference between that. You know, because everything about you is lies, propaganda, misleading information. How many times do I gotta say it over and over again? But for some strange reason, we must be reminded. Reminded. You must remind you. Because a lot of times people don't believe that meat is greasy. It's greasy. You know. But that's another story. As far as the fat meat, because fat meat is really not that good for you. It's not supposed to be good for you. You guys always get these real neck pain and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So there's one dude at the gym, right? He said, "Could you eat red meat?" He said, "Red meat can do that to you." I said, "Red meat?" He said, "Yeah." So what? So I started thinking about that. That's how I was laid off that red meat. I really don't have it like I couldn't move my neck at all. But as you get older, your body changes because this body's. I told you about the body, okay? But you should, respect the body and do good by the body. So you gotta carry that body as a as a tool to get things done. You get things done. You need your body to do it. Sometimes people use their ugly. They use their beauty. They use their strength. They use their weakness. You can't have one without the other. You know what I'm saying? They both run together. This is how you use it. It's a cold, cold game. That's not a story. The point I'm trying to make is this, okay? People are so hung up on trying to know stuff, but refuse to show it. You know what I'm saying? You can't know without showing. That's the 20 problem. Y'all trying to get educated, but y'all ain't been through nothing. I'm not trying to spend nothing. I'm not trying to put you through nothing. I'm just trying to say that without wasting your time. All right. All the education stuff is just there to dumb you down. Okay. You need to get to work. Get to work. Sweat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But don't get yourself killed. Be wise with it. Use education to get through with it. But you got to get it done, do. Get it done, do. Because that's a concept. That's like this military stuff. That's what I was raised in. I was raised since birth. It's a baby. You know? I was raised like I was the police. That's why people think I'm the police. You the police, I'm talking to you because that's what you was taught to somebody you don't know. I talk to them, let you got some sense, whatever. So I've had that. So I can talk crazy. I can talk, like you don't, but I can talk real conservative, and break it down, and you'll think I was the police because I don't know you. If I don't know you, I gotta come at you heads up. And this right here is gonna protect me from anything that's going on. You have to understand we're at war. Not with each other more, but with ourselves. So you have to understand yourself is where it starts. Alright? So that old stuff, all that old soul stuff, all you're doing is trying to label people through education to dumb you down. Stop being dumbed down. When you say you have an old soul, whatever you point at somebody, guess what? 3 fingers will point back, right? Right? You know what that means, right? So therefore, you're wasting time. You know? I might go on and tell you, if you're having frustration, tell you how you are, as an individual of when you were born, all that stuff. But that consists of a lot of stuff. I mean, you have to understand. The only other sign that I know really that has the because I've dealt with all of them, but I was just talking about the Pisces. That right there is those. That's the fish. That's the last. You know what I'm saying? That's the last one zodiac. That's why it's last because it's supposed to be the oldest one. Really, it's the first. So oldest, the last is the first. First is the last. There's no chance. That's the thing. You have to understand, man. Put them down. Put them down. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Stop being dumbed down. And then, because when you dumb them down, you look like a clown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they make other people like clowns. But they don't know it, though. They don't know it. They doing good. You understand? A lot of people have been through some real rough stuff in life. I used to think that, why person act like this? Why this person trying to get there? Because they're trying to relax. They're trying to just live that life. You have to understand. I grew up, I told you how I grew up, right? So you have to understand, I understood these people, but I never been where they were at. I used to watch it on TV and get it, that type of stuff. But that stuff right there is orchestrated, That stuff's someone. This stuff is propaganda. Propaganda. Okay, look at this misleading information, right? It's a decoy. It's all that consists. It's wartime tactics. You gotta understand wartime tactics. You know what I'm saying? You don't believe that means the Kim Young thing. He's sitting there trying to promote this, but come on, see, it's a game. It's a cold game. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't understand war tactics and the thoughts and the thought patterns and of how you this as an individual of yourself, okay, now you grew up and what you had, just think of it like that. They're different than you are. You know what I'm saying? Everything's pretty much come. If you really gonna do something, do something. You know what I'm saying? Then if you do it, we all done anyway. So and you the first one be done. So come on, why would you want to give somebody so much? So what I do is I come and make you like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Make you like a fool. Make you bow down. You bow down to the role. See, you must understand. Bow down is not doesn't mean you're insulting you should be insulted or you should be looked upon as weak or you should be looked upon as you're wise. Okay, because you're willing to sacrifice and if you are being playing a con game whatever, hey, at least you're doing it as like a G. So either way you good. Because either way you were good before. So what was the matter? It's the same thing. It's the same concept. It's no different, but speak words. See, that's how powerful words are. People can assume whatever. People can assume, but if you speak and you tell us, that right there is what you call integrity. He gave integrity, okay? Because he probably felt that way all along. It's all common sense. If I have it, I'm not gonna if I don't have it, it's not like he's gonna make them disappear. So you have to understand this. You gotta understand propaganda. You gotta understand lies. Things that come people's mouths is sometimes common sense. I was in that situation before. We all knew it, but they were never told. People want you to speak. People want me to speak. I go out there in the world. And people want me to say things like I say now. Talk the way I am. Maybe talk the same way I'm talking now. I might go out there and talk different. Because I'm live. I'm behind the camera now. I've been doing this since I was born. Okay, I got pictures of me when I was a little baby crawling trying to pick up cigarettes. So this right here, I was born and raised with this since the 1971. Okay, that's when it started. I was born in '70. Okay, made in '69. You know what I'm saying? In Compton. You know what I'm saying? Raised in San Diego. You gotta understand the whole story, the whole breakdown. See, I didn't even what I just said. I didn't even really know. Wasn't right raised up knowing, but these kids ain't raised up knowing who they are. That's why that's the main part to get somebody taking somebody controlling somebody's mind, letting them know who they are. Where they come from. That right there, it says it all. That's why I said old soul. How you have an old soul? You don't know who you are. You don't know. So that right there, you don't know what hell was going. You wasn't here. So what you do is be brand new and understand that the Most High Spirit is gonna make you brand new. Well, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Because that nothing is something. You know what I'm saying? It's a cold game. I mean, you have to understand the game is so cold. It's everlasting. You can't throw it into a box. You're raising these kids to throw stuff into a box. Oh, he's this way. He's this. So forget him. No, you don't do. You. That's destruction for yourself. That having that. That's education to put you in destruction. Thinking like that. I've talked to little college kids or college. I shouldn't say little. I should say they're college kids. They're coming up. We all came up through that time. It's part of the the process. Living in a civilized society. And I was talking about him something. I was trying to give him you know some advice. You know what I'm saying, that he gonna bust out and say I'm just this one word, throw me into a box like they ain't shit. Okay. So then a couple weeks later, he comes to me, giving me he just try ask. I was trying to tell you then, but you threw me one word and threw me away, so I didn't stop talking. You know, so people's whole thing is they're trying to you find all kind of ways to take you in, and break you down and win. People want to win, but what are you winning? I get people all the time come at me. I might be going there to do whatever, and they come at me with this other stuff, and I understand it and everything, but don't get offended by my reaction, because you have to understand people are people, but you don't know who that's more than a person. That's a spirit of the Most High. You don't know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you're dealing with. So you can't let you should just next time be humble and just be honest. Ask the question that you really feel like you want to be answered. Because no one can answer your questions if you don't ask them. Instead of trying to play these minds. See, but that's the thing. People are ordered. People fall behind. People are slaves to other people. Straight up slaves. They're not employees. They're slaves. You know what I'm saying? So by having all that stuff and being raised and all that, and putting yourself deeper and deeper and deeper to it, whether it's family, or company protocol or whatever it might be, you understand that stuff is followed through from childhood. You know what I'm saying? People are raised in that. You know, that was raised in it. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand a lot of stuff we didn't. A lot of stuff was just was hidden behind. We still do it to this day. We still use the Bible to hide behind our sins. That's what they use. That's what they had on. They had in jail. When I was in jail, I don't know if they took them out. When I first went to jail, they had Bibles everywhere. I mean, they have Bibles everywhere. I don't know if they were just being funny. And this is how you be thinking people just doing things just for you. And that's how I kind of thought sometimes. You just doing this for me, or just you trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? They have Bibles in everywhere I went. Just Bibles. That's why I read. It was only the Old Testament. They didn't have the New Testament. Or only thing they had. No. I'm taking that back. They had the whole New Testament. They didn't have the Old Testament, but they had the two books. I think Psalms and Proverbs. Yeah, they had Psalms and Proverbs, but they didn't have the rest. So I could find a Bible, but they wasn't just everywhere. The Bibles that was everywhere, which were the ones that just had the New Testament with the two books of the Old Testament, which is Psalms and Proverbs. Um, so what they want you to do, is pretty much they want you to be, with this new world order stuff. Like when the New Testament came, that was like the new world order. But then Psalms and Proverbs, because it was wisdom in it, and a lot of joyfulness to God. So I'm thinking that's why they had those two books in the New Testament, along with in the Bible that was handed to us, they came in different colors. You know, it came in all times. I had a green one. I still got it. You know, I still got it somewhere. Real small. I need glasses. Small letters. So um you know, I mean, it was just so much knowledge, you know, so much no one, and I could see how a person can take that and benefit from that, you know, and preach this word that was handed to you by your slave master to say, but that was something that America wants headed to. They want you to be raised like I was raised, like I was born and raised. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I'm trying to understand. So it's all about killing your spirit of the Most High, bringing that down a little, dumbing that down. See, dumbing, not taking away, just dumbing it down. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to dumb down the spirit of the Most High that you have. Just have. He can't leave you because there was a promise. It was a promise, you know, all the way back to Moses and Adam and all these people that we have in the Bible that we say that went through this, went through that. You know, so those are promises that to this day are kept. So the only thing that can be done is to dumb it down. You know, you dumb it down, then you feel like you don't have, you don't have that much fault. You know what I'm saying? Because what people want to do is people want to be able to control. Okay, but they don't want to be able to control with the with the price. You know what I'm saying? They want to be looking over their shoulders. So what they do is they get control in a legal matter, legal. You know, instead of illegal. But but who made the laws for it to be legal or illegal in the first place? You know, so you gotta go in that standpoint. You know what I'm saying? So you try to cover. It's all about covering yourself. See, people try to cover themselves, and the only way they see how they can cover themselves to live this sinfulized society is to dumb you down. So that way people will understand, because understanding is what people want people to get, and the only way you can be understand is to get dumbed down. Cause think about it, the guy is just too smart and know everything. He ain't the fun guy to be around. You know, he gonna mess everything up. People want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? But if a person who knows everything, and always talking about this or that, then and speaks on it, because words is powerful. You have to understand. What the hell? People want to have somebody that just knows what to do without saying a word. He can just do without saying, or people just know who he is. They know he. That's why I could be quiet. I mean, I don't talk that much when I'm out there. People should know me by my reputation alone. You know what I'm saying? So whatever my reputation is, I shouldn't have to prove nothing. You know, that's the way I feel. I feel like I shouldn't have to prove nothing because I should have a reputation of people knowing. You know what I'm saying? But you can't always assume because then because then there's consequences. You have so many words for other words. That's why I said education. It just there to just to dumb you down, cause the more you try to go at it, the more it's gonna come back at you. You feel me? It's gonna come back at you. Got to, it has to come back at you harder. So whatever you give, you gotta be prepared to get. Every word is going. It's everything is the same. It's always the same game, but with just a different name. Same game, different name. This is the last poet. It's the sixth. Here, that was a Vietnam vet, right? Raised me. You just got out of Vietnam. 67. 67 was a hard time in Vietnam. I was there telling them, OGs, people that I'm going to VA hospital, you know what I'm saying, talk to these guys. They said, yes, 67. They said that was the hardest time in Vietnam, you know. And it's one of the hardest times. I mean, that's only we've been there for like what 10 years or that. So you know, 67. That was I mean, 17. Man, I think you got there maybe 18, but yeah, I mean, see, that's young though. She's kind of young to be experiencing something like that. You know what I'm saying? People get dying. I mean, I box, but that's one person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's hard enough. But you got all these. I don't know what you know what I'm saying? That's why I couldn't. Listen, I'm 101. As we could battle, we could speak, you know. And I learned to battle, you know, 2-1, 2-1, or maybe 3-1. You know what I'm saying? But you sitting there got a gun. You know what I'm saying? You're shooting. That's the way this life is. It's war, and that's how you live your life. It's just in your mental level, you know, whether it's physical or mental. You know what I'm saying? You're at war. You know what I'm saying? You're battling. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes offense, sometimes defense, but you gotta battle. So all that old soul and this stuff that don't mean nothing. Okay? Now when it comes down to the spirit of the most high, and see once you're the spirit of the most high, you're in a whole different breed. See, that's I'm trying to get y'all where I'm at. See, if I get y'all where I'm at, then everything be all good. But I can't get you right because you're not even with the spirit of the most high, y'all still got these other people y'all sitting there worshiping. You're not worshiping your spirit, you're worshiping other people's spirits. That's not your spirit. So you'll always be empty inside and label people who was old school and or this or that, you know what I'm saying? And I was into that. I got into that, you know what I'm saying? But see, I did that with understanding, trying to find out who I am. I had to find out where I was at, you know what I'm saying? So I can make sure I take who I am and go through this. You have to understand, man. People, you gotta have a plan. But your plan gotta come from the spirit. But your plan has always gotta come with the most high spirit, which never left you. You have it. You just won't let it out. You never knew it. You never got time to really know it. You know? It's gonna be, how many tests is gonna be there? You know, it's the test. That's the thing about the tests. People don't want to go through those tests. You know, I ran from a lot of tests. I ain't gonna lie. But my tests weren't, well, I mean, it probably was. I mean, everything, Most High controls everything. So these people that was doing it, you know, then they might be in control, but someone else, most high controls all that. You know what I'm saying? I just had to go through it. If I chose not to go through it, I just, I just feel like, snap. You know what I'm saying? And that goes a lot. That's when I get into zodiacs and, you know what I'm saying, this and that. That's when, see, once I go past the whole charade, but you gotta come at me because you gotta live life first. Live life first. Just come at me, live life. Go for some stuff. Go for that way. Maybe you won't need me at all. I want you to come like Jesus. You'll say Jesus. If all else fails, come to me. You good to go. You were good to go before, but you chose to live likewise. Just understand that, right? Understand that. Oh, it's gonna be here with arms. You know what I'm saying? Don't have to worry about it. Just go through life, but just go through it though. Go through it. It's gonna be all right. Y'all sitting there crying about Kim Young blowing up the place, and I said, everything's gonna be alright. I told it October, look it up. Go back to my Facebook back in October or September when there. Kim Young was talking about this, talking about that. People was raising, scared and stuff. People was petrified. People was scared on the street. You know what I'm saying? I had to calm down. You know what I'm saying? But that's the story. The point I'm trying to make is, a lot of people be coming. I mean, I watch a lot of stuff. I bought books that I haven't even read years ago. People assume I read them. I didn't read them. I read the first chapters. After that, I don't have to read the whole outcome. I like to read the first and let the last be a mystery. Maybe I'll go back to it in 10 years. Where it's been for 10 years. Or I guess I go to them. But I've been going through them. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much what I'm thinking now. So they've been saying this stuff that I've been knowing since I was born. I was raised for people to be like, to know, to understand. The difference is I didn't take that stuff in they gave me. I just took what I wanted in. So when you take just what you want in, you know what I'm saying, you don't take everything, you're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have it. I always took the basics. I always took the more, to me the basics the most important parts of anything. The basics. You know, I mean, come on. I mean, you got the basics down, and basics is probably the most important. That's the thing. I'm saying the basics in anything is the most important, even to keeps it going. You know, you want to have it be all fancy and this you gotta do other stuff, but the basics is what you really need. That's what I already dealt with, the basics. You know what I'm saying? Cause I knew what they were trying to develop me into. I felt those people's demons. Come on, listen. That's why I could be. That's why I could be right here, you know, in front of these prison walls behind me. I can do this. You know, so these prison behind me don't mean nothing to me. I can do this for 20, 30, 40, 47, 48 more years easily. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised. You're trying to be like me. Nothing wrong with that. Do that. Just come to me. I'll show you how to do it. But remember, I'm trying to know, you know what I'm saying? It's a cold game, but hey, I've been through it. So you good. So you good to go. Let's go game.